So XDefiant has finally announced what changes are coming in tomorrow's update, as well as what's coming in the nearby future. Now, they did hint that big ranked changes were coming, so I got pretty excited, but then when they released the patch notes today, I kind of felt disappointed, because it wasn't big at all. In this video, we're just going to go over everything that they talked about, things that are coming in the future, which actually looks pretty promising, and what to expect for the future of this game. Starting off small, XP boosters will no longer count down when you're killing time in the practice zone. Generally, if you activate one of your double XP boosters, if you were to go in the firing range, it will decrease the time, but now it won't do that anymore. So it will only decrease when you're actually in a real game. They did nerf the intel suit again, so now the intel suit only reveals enemies through walls for the player that is using it. The teammates will only see the enemy's location on the minimap. So before, when someone uses an intel suit, the whole team can see the outline of the enemy. Now that won't happen. The whole team, besides the person using the intel suit, will see them on the minimap. So you actually have to use your minimap this time. And then for the DedSec spider bots, they were shocking players before leaping on their faces. You guys may notice when a spider bot jumps on you, your screen will basically lock in place before the spider bot's even on your face. But now they changed that, so the spider bot won't shock you until it's on your face. When it comes to weapons, they did make a few changes as well. So they said the rapid fire barrel and the muzzle booster attachments were causing less recoil on some weapons, such as the ACR and the AK, when they were supposed to cause more recoil. So if you're using rapid fire or muzzle booster on your ACR or your AK, you can expect more recoil now, which is essentially a nerf. They also nerfed the MP7. They reduced the MP7's magazine capacity from 35 to 30, and they reduced the rate of fire from 875 to 850 rounds per minute. That is, I don't know if that's going to be a big nerf. We'll test that out when it actually comes out. And then they did some shotgun balancing. So essentially, every shotgun in the game currently got a buff. All of them have increased the range, so now they can actually shoot further. They have less spread now, so they'll be more accurate. And weapons like the double barrel actually has an increase in ammo from 12 to 16. Now let's talk about ranked mode and the changes coming. So for tomorrow's update, the only changes coming to ranked mode is that ranked matches now will not start with less than 8 players. Sometimes if you're playing solo, the match will start at 3v4, obviously putting you at a disadvantage. Now they're going to make sure the match will not start if there's less than 8 players. If someone were to leave right when the match is about to start, then it will cancel it out automatically, sending you back to the lobby, but you will not lose any RP, don't worry. They are adding a new game mode in Ranked as well, which is going to be Capture the Flag, which I'm not that excited about. I mean, I would love to see them remove domination and replace it with that, then I'll be a little bit more happy. I'm curious to see how Capture the Flag will play in Ranked. I feel like that would force people to play different factions as well, instead of just all Phantoms. And sadly, that is it. That is the only changes coming tomorrow for Ranked mode. Now, in the patch notes, they mentioned nothing about faction limits. They mentioned nothing about any of the other stuff that we really want to know. But they did post a video going more into depth about what's coming after this update in the nearby future. And it does look pretty promising. So one thing they're working on is ping limiting. So they said if your ping is about 110 or higher, then you will not be able to play on those servers. So if you're like NA and you're trying to play with EU people and your ping is too high, they will not let you play. Another one, which is a big one you guys wanted, is input priority. So they did say if you're playing, let's say, mouse and keyboard, then you can play with only mouse and keyboards, but if the matchmaking is taking too long, then it will open up further and you will get matched with controller players. So as long as enough mouse and keyboard players are playing, then you should be able to match with them. And as a controller player myself, it'll be nice to actually not match with any mouse and keyboards, because the only mouse and keyboards I've been matching up with lately are just hackers. They're also going to be expanding the rank point range from what you could play with. So, for example, currently you can only play with people that are 15 levels either above you or below you. They are upping that to 30 levels. So pretty much if you're bronze, you can party up with gold members and actually play. Now, this is more aimed towards the dead zone times when a lot of people are not really playing that's within your range. So this will be, I guess, an easier way to find more games quickly, which if you're 4-stacking, it probably won't even be a problem. If you're a solo queue player, then this could be a problem because you can get some high bronzes or, you know, low silvers on your team if you're a ruby or a gold. But it should help with matchmaking time and you should find games more quick. Now, one thing coming later in Season 1 that you guys really wanted is a faction limit, where only one person per faction, so you won't have 4 Phantoms every game anymore. This will change up the playstyle tremendously, and honestly, it's the one I'm most excited for. We don't have an exact date on that yet, but it's definitely later in Season 1. There will also be additional penalties for quitters, so if people quit mid-game, they will get a harsher RP loss. I think right now they just lose 40. They might up it to 50 RP or maybe more than that. I'm not sure. They're also going to adjust how many RP points you get per game if you were to win a game. I'm guessing they're going to change the factors on how much points you would get. Sometimes you could get 20 RP for winning. Sometimes you get 40. It's always random, so we'll see. But so far, those are the major changes that will be coming to Ranked in Season 1. Now, for Season 2, we do have a sneak peek of what's to come as well. In Season 2, they're going to add a top 500 in-game ranked leaderboard, so you can actually see exactly where you rank up on the list and who is in the top 500. They will add ranked loadouts that will be separate from your public loadouts, and the ranked loadouts will have restrictions as well, so some things will not be allowed when you're making your ranked loadouts. They said it'll be easier for them to restrict stuff when they just have a loadouts focused just on ranked. They're going to add a rejoin feature where if you get disconnected for any reason, you're able to actually rejoin the match. And then some stuff that's in development is Prestige mode, a weapon mastery system upgrade, keyboard and mouse on console, private matches, and kill cams. Now, I'm assuming when they execute all this stuff, it's probably not going to be flawless. I'm sure there's going to be other bugs that's going to get introduced into the game. But as someone that's playing this game, or probably going to play this game long term, is very excited to see these changes coming. XDefiant has brought back my love for first-person shooter games, so I'm very excited to see the changes that are coming in the future, especially for Ranked. However, they did not mention anything about hackers, so I'm assuming they're working on it, but they did not even mention it or bring it up, which is one of the biggest problems in this game, in my opinion. I finally reached Ruby 1, but after going through like 50 hackers, it was pretty annoying. Hopefully you guys are excited about these changes. If you are, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you want to keep up to date with more upcoming XDefiant changes or updates. Let me know in the comments what you think of it,